Hey guys, Raymond here from the Beginner Photography Podcast. We are back for another daily edition of Photo Q&A, where we answer one of your photography questions every single day of the week, along with the help from my high school best friend, Paul, who's going to keep me on track and ask any clarifying questions if I get too technical or anything that the beginner photographer like yourself may not understand. Sometimes I just get into my head and get going pretty crazy. So if you have any questions that you want answered about photography or anything even related to photography, feel free to ask those questions. Submit your questions. You can do so on Instagram. Just comment on any of our photos. You can leave us a comment on Facebook. That's facebook.com/beginner photography podcast. Or just shoot us an email at beginnerphotographypodcast@gmail.com. And guys, if you like this episode and you get any sort of value out of it whatsoever, I would be forever grateful if you left us a review in iTunes or whatever podcast player you are listening to us on right now. That's it. Let's go ahead and get into today's question. Paul, my friend with no camera technical knowledge whatsoever, let's hear today's question.
Okay, this one's from Peter from Facebook. I'm looking for a new camera. How many megapixels do I need? 10 plus.
Is that your answer right there?
That's my answer, 10 plus.
Okay, and where are you getting this number of 10?
Like, I'm going to pretend, who was that psychic who you could call Chloe?
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm getting a Chloe vibe right now from you that, like, you said this to me before because I think I've asked you this question or something like it. So
Cleo, not Chloe, but yeah.
Cleo, that's it.
Cleo, yeah.
I'm taking out, like, there's a 1 and a 0, but it's not 1. So it's going to be 10. I think it's 10 or plus megapixels.
Okay. Do you have any idea how many megapixels your camera has? Or your phone has?
The old iPhone 6. She's probably bagging about 5.2.
5.2?
Yeah.
Okay. Wrong.
Okay.
Oh man, I love asking these technical questions. You're a really good BSer, Paul, and that is what I love about you.
Like what? What are you talking about?
I mean, you just say things with confidence that are so, like, they have to be precise, and you're like, it's this, and you're like, no, it is not. No, it is not.
So what's the iPhone 6?
The iPhone 6 is 8 megapixels. The camera in my Samsung Galaxy, I believe, is either 12 or 16 or something like that. The point is, it doesn't matter. Again,
you said it does matter if you're going to print the photos.
Okay, it matters if you're going to print the photo. But here's the thing. If you look back to the landscape of digital photography 10 years ago, okay?
Circa
2007, I guess, right?
Circa 2007.
Yeah, okay. So DSLRs, I mean, my first DSLR was, it was a Canon XT. It was a Rebel. It was teeny tiny. And I think that the max card size that you could put in it was 2 gigabytes. And now I would never show up to a wedding with a card that was less than 32 gigabytes. So times have changed, right? And it was 8 megapixels. It wasn't very much. But remember that back in the day, people were still printing billboards out of 8 megapixel photos, okay? The, I guess, standard resolution that you could get out of film, like a 35 millimeter piece of film, was about 5.5 megapixels. So anything more than that, you're going to be able to print to, I mean, whatever you want. Honestly, I mean, that's why this whole megapixel race hasn't really been an issue in the past few years, because it's like, all right, we're there. We reached it. Like, we're not printing 100-foot canvases anymore, or ever. Like, people just aren't doing that. So there's no need to keep thinking about megapixels. And on top of that, the majority of things that you take photos of are only getting posted online. And a full 1080p resolution, right? Like, most likely the screen resolution of your TV is only 1 megapixel. It's 1 megapixel. Like, that's not a lot in photography terms, right? I mean, even like the most basic phone from, I don't know, 5 or 10 years ago could take more than a 1 megapixel photo. The first iPhone had more than a 1 megapixel photo. Now, if you have a 4K TV, now I understand that TV is more about video. What?
First iPhone didn't have a camera.
Yeah, it did. I think you're thinking about the iPod. It had a
Was
camera.
that touch?
Oh, yeah, the iPod Touch. Touch didn't have a camera for a while. Yeah, the first iPhone had a camera. I'm telling you. Okay, whatever. Do your research, whatever you want to do. Figure it out.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I just go from the gut.
Okay. It didn't have a front. Okay, but it did.
No, it didn't have the selfie camera, but I don't know if it had.
No, I do know though. It did have a camera.
Wait, you know what? I'm gonna.
Do you want to phone a friend?
I'm taking that back. I'm taking that because my BlackBerry Pearl had a camera and it was garbage. And then when I upgraded, yeah, and my Razr also had a camera. So it makes sense. Why wouldn't it have a camera?
Yes. Yeah, it definitely had a camera.
I just worked through that myself. We're good.
Good job. But if you're thinking of like TVs now, even 4K TVs, 4K is 8 megapixels. No,
okay.
it's 8 megapixels. Okay, so even at that point, and 4K is like ultra incredible resolution, right? When you think about video, like it's the top of the line. Video game consoles don't play in 4K yet. Like there's very little 4K video out there.
SportsCenter is like probably the only.
Is SportsCenter in 4K? I don't even think the broadcast cameras are.
SportsCenter is always top of the line for some reason. I don't know why, but
okay, well,
they freaking bring it.
Well, okay, there you go. I can't confirm that, but
ESPN,
they still even at 4K, that's extremely high resolution, and that is only 8 megapixels. So
okay, so where at what point do megapixels become like
too low?
No, that doesn't matter. Like if I have a 10 megapixel and 100 megapixel, like there has to be a threshold where like it does not matter. Nothing will be able to detect any more than blank megapixels.
Nothing will be able to what?
Detect anything more than like.
Oh, honestly, it's not about megapixels at all. It's about the sensor inside. The camera in, a phone could be 8 megapixels, but the camera inside of a DSLR can also be 8 megapixels, and the DSLR will beat the pants off of a phone any day of the week, and it's because it's not the megapixels. That doesn't matter. It's the quality of the sensor. It's the quality of the glass in front of the sensor. So, as long as you have something that is more than 8 megapixels, you're golden. You're golden. You never. I mean, even when it comes to printing, like I said, people used to print billboards out of 8 megapixel files, and my guess is, Peter, is that you're not printing up billboards. And if you are, well, then you're not asking this question because you have people who take care of this for you. So, Peter, I hope that helps. As long as you have more than 8 megapixels, it doesn't matter.
Well, thanks, Peter, for your question. We appreciate it. You and your billboard company. Thank you.
Guys, I hope that you liked today's question. I hope that it brought you value and some sort of actionable tip that you're going to be able to implement and put into your photography journey to advance you to wherever you want to be, whether it's just a hobbyist or if you really want to take your photography professional and open up some sort of studio or business to do so. I hope that you got at least one piece of information out of today's episode. And again, if you did, please give us a review in iTunes. That's all that I ask for. I ask for nothing out of you, out of this podcast. These podcasts take a lot of time to create, and I'm so happy to do so if you are going to take these tips and implement them to grow yourself, to grow your photography. So the only thing that I ask of you is if you could just please leave us a rating and review in iTunes or whatever podcast player or app you are listening to us on right now. Again, guys, if you have any photography questions or about anything photography related, feel free to send us an email at beginnerphotographypodcast@gmail.com. Reach out to us on Facebook, facebook.com/beginner photography podcast, or find us on Instagram, where you'll be able to keep up with us and all of our guests that we have on the podcast as well. And that is Instagram username Beginner Photo Podcast. That's all that I got for today. I hope that you guys get out there, shoot something fun, enjoy. I love you guys, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Later.